Hello everybody! Welcome to a series of videos that I decided I'm going to start making. And I know you guys are probably thinking like, oh my gosh, another series of videos that you're totally not going to fulfill yourself with, like the daily random stuff. And this one I'm actually going to really try to stick to because I'm relying on you guys to send me videos. I'm also relying on the algorithm to send me videos because this is not like any other series that I've ever seen. And I think it's a fairly important one to make. So without further ado, welcome to TF2 History, where I go over a random video from years and years and years ago about TF2 history. And I watch it, compare it to how people play the game nowadays, you know, just a good overview of a bit of old TF2 history, before all the bloat, before all the stuff that people complain about, before there was ever really any complaining at all, and there was just skill, the desire to get better, you know, some classic gaming attitude, you know, the real deal. So this video was uploaded on March 8th, so 3 days after my birthday, 2008. So not even a year after the game was released, by LTEarthWorm. Sorry. Maybe it's LTEarthWorm. I don't know, because all of it's lowercase, I think. Except the I. So it might mean it's an I. Anyways, this video is called TF2 Spy Killing Spree. The description reads, "This is what happens when you turn your back on a spy in TF2. Edit 6/8/10." So June 8th, 2010. Been playing Spy more. I'm Spy for my Highlander team, smiley face. And all I have to say is, obvious spy is obvious. I'm lucky no one decided to spy check me as I ran for that heavy. Still an awesome stabby spree, though. So, I hope I've created enough intrigue for you all, because now it's time to watch the video. And of course, because it's an old video, we have it set to the highest quality possible, which is 480p. Royalty for back in that day and age, I'm sure. So, 4:3 aspect ratio, the best aspect ratio. And here we go. We start off with Spy picking his disguise. Video's only 42 seconds long, by the way. So first thing I'm sure that we all notice, right, is that his FOV is really small, and he doesn't have any minimized view models or anything like that. Obviously, no custom HUD. This might actually be cropped down a little bit or adjusted for the monitor, because I don't see earlier. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, so there's no cloak word underneath the status bar of his cloak right there, but the ammo count is still here. So this is really how TF2 looked back in 2008, with the older teammate IDs and everything, and the text was a bit different. Really fascinating, I think. Anyways, I'm yammering. You are disguised as a blue engineer. I would love to have that alert back on my screen. That would help me out a ton.
What?
Oh my gosh, and he gets away with it? No way.
I'm going to gut you like a Cornish game hen.
Amazing. Amazing. Earthworm, I watched that and I lolled. Good job. Amazing. Amazing. So, the reason why, right, the reason why I wanted to review this video specifically is that the algorithm granted this to me. This was the first video that I've ever been granted from this long ago in TF2's history, and this is what inspired this series, right? And I saw this and I thought to myself, man, if it's this far back, this must be the first ever recorded Chainstab, what we call a Chainstab nowadays, possibly even the first Chainstab ever, right? I mean, we don't know, because this guy was fortunate enough to be recording when he attempted this. And I don't even know if he consciously attempted this, because this just happened, like the stars just happened to align this time, right? So he disguises as a blue engineer, right? And first of all, let me just say I really love that this text is here on the screen. I think that's still something that should be kept in, just cause. Jumps down, takes 5 damage, obviously, from a stray bullet from that heavy's minigun. Now, the stars really align here because he's super lucky that the heavy on the right here is not shooting at him, but above his head towards the engineer that he had passed through in order to get down. He's also super lucky that the heavy on the left stopped firing. So, I mean, like most things, it's all really fortunate. But this is exceptionally fortunate. It really is. And he's super fortunate to have this on video. He thought he was going to be able to go through that door to wrap around. But the heavy moves towards there. He stops walking and turns around. But he doesn't have very much cloak left. Fortunately, that pyro on the left there passes him just as he runs out of cloak. And because there's so much noise on Dust Bowl, right, he doesn't hear the decloak noise. And heck, I didn't, right? So he doesn't go to sap the sentry, which is part of what convinces this sniper here to think to himself, oh, it's just the engineer. He's running from his dispenser. You know, he probably just got metal, right? Which is exactly what the engineer just did. So really convenient, right? Doesn't go for the engineer. He just goes straight for whose back is going to be the easiest to get, which is going to be this heavy. So that's 1. Pokes him. Gets the backstab animation and the crit sound on the sniper. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 kills, gets hit by an explosion, turns invisible, walks away, taunts, lives to tell about it, right? And has recorded evidence of it. It's amazing, really, because he downs both heavies and both medics on the team, and a sniper and a pyro. Just a marvelous turn of events. And the sniper. So, nothing short of fortunate. Wipes out like half the team. And at the end, of course,
I'm going to gut you like a Cornish game hen.
Taunts for himself, medics healing him. This guy says Earthworm, I watched that and I lolled. Good job. I don't know who that is. That's not one of the people he killed. And this is before you could see the IDs and health of the enemy team as a spy, I noticed, because he's got his crosshair on the enemy team and he doesn't know who any of them are or what their health status is, which is interesting because that is an advantage that Spy has nowadays that is useful for knowing who to go after as a target, right? Also, of course, because the game is so new, a lot of people don't know that spy checking is still something you got to do pretty frequently if you want to stay alive. It's an amazing video. I could talk about this for forever because I noticed that the words "you were disguised as a blue engineer" remain on the screen for the entire time. That is awesome to me because in the event that your eyes are darting around really quick and they don't see the engineer thing right here, because what we have on the default HUD now is that not only is the engineer icon, for example, the only thing you see on that part of the HUD. Like, you don't see the red spy next to him, but you see the blue engineer only, right? You only see the person you're disguised as. But the background, if I remember right, the background, this little red thing right here turns blue as well. I want to say, I'm not entirely certain. I don't know why I'm not certain, but I think that's true. Also, the view model is much larger on the HUD now, so it's much more obvious to see. But in case you don't see that, you have the words right here that remain on the screen for as long as you're disguised. And I think that's a perfect touch. I don't understand how that could have been removed, because that's just maybe people not even people complaining, because I don't even remember this being a complaint really, but people somebody thought it was a good idea to remove that, and I think that's unfortunate because that's perfect. I love it. I wish that I wish that was still a thing in the game, right? Maybe there's a mod on Game Banana or something that re-enables that, right? But I can't get over this because it's 7 kills. 7 kills just ripping through the team before the kunai and the dead ringer to help you out with stuff like that. You know, it's just a rampage, right? And a domination on top of that on the sniper part. So, hilarious. It's just amazing. Also, I don't know if it's a glitch or a bug or something, but this little second control point right here is blue, even though it hasn't been capped, obviously. So maybe they capped it all the way up to the maximum, but I don't see any indicator of that. I don't see like a little taper off. So pretty interesting, though.
I'm going to gut you like a Cornish game hen.
And of course, the cherry on top of the whole video is this little sign of good sportsmanship at the end. That's what you want to see in video games, dude. That is amazing. So, anyways, I hope I have provided a very good perspective on this piece of TF2 history right here. I know some people might call it cheap for ripping off of these old videos, but that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is provide this piece of history that I'm fairly certain a lot of people haven't seen, and it really gives you an idea of how people used to play the game, how far the game has come, how short it falls now in some regards, how well of, you know, good sports the players are. It's truly tremendous. Like, because if something like that happened in a game now, and I've been the spy who's done this before, like maybe once, and I've been the sufferer of something like this many times before with all the knives. It's not just the kunai. And people get really mad because it's like, oh my gosh, this guy, we have to kill him, we have to kill him. And people are like, in this, it's like, oh my gosh, man, they respect the skill. They respect the skill it takes to do something like that. And also how fortunate he was to do something like that, because the stars aligned. They really did. And that's not an invalidation of his Chainstab spree right there. It's just, he was exceedingly fortunate. God graced him with that 7 kills, those 7 kills, you know, and it's fantastic because as we see in the beginning of the video, right, he's at 1 health disguised as a scout. So he had already previously attempted something and failed at that. And because the first point is capped, but the red team is still defending pretty hard, he had to run all the way back to the spawn because there's no like closer access point, right? He had to go all the way back, redisguise, get his health back, and do it all over again. So this is like whatever he was trying before failed somehow because he was found out and almost died for it. And obviously he almost dies at the end too, but he was so much more successful than whatever his first time was. And that's just a guess, right? Because I don't know what he had done the first time, right? So, IT or LTEarthWorm, whoever you are, if you are watching this video, please comment and let me know, like, if you recall what was going on through this game, and reach out to me if you want to, like, maybe talk about this for a little bit, because I would love to talk with you about this personally, about this clip, and maybe you still have the full old recording saved. I'm sure that would be amazing to review, just if you want, you know, of course. But in the meantime, to the rest of you all, I hope you really enjoyed a glimpse into this ancient piece of TF2 history. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did talking about it, because I love stuff like this. I can't get over this. I can't get enough of this kind of stuff. So if you guys have little pieces of old TF2 media, like stuff pre-2010 or 2012 or 2014 or something like that, just older, like older than 10 years, really, if you've got pieces of old TF2 media that you have your hands on or you have access to from yourself or from other people, please send it in and let me know, because I would love to see stuff like this. If you want to send stuff to me, of course, my Discord handle is @military_snake. Just leaving that out there. You guys are free to contact me as much as you want. Obviously, if you're sending me inappropriate files or spam or stuff like that, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to block you, obviously. So if you want to contact me, send me something to review for a video, okay? Anyways, with that being said, don't have much else. Subscribe, like the video if you liked it, leave a comment talking about your thoughts and analysis on this amazing video. Join my Discord server if you'd like. Become a YouTube member if you prefer, so that I can raise more money to make this my full-time thing. I recently got engaged, so it would really be appreciated on both my part and my fiance's part if some support was shown. If not, of course, I understand. I'm not trying to guilt you guys, but you know. Anyways, enough about me. I'll catch you all in the next one, all right? See ya.